Hey everyone, welcome back to Breakfast with Bob. Day one, we are from the New York City Marathon. We are presented by Polar, sponsored by UCAN and Babbittville Radio. Our next guest, the first double above the amputee to finish the Ironman World Championship, Mr. Roderick Sewell. Is that sort of like that, huh?
Yeah, it's a nice touch. I like it.
I love
it's
that.
Pretty cool.
That sounds like a business card.
Yes, yeah.
Way better than a brave heart is a powerful weapon. How old is that? Come on now.
It has its place. Brave heart has its place, for sure.
So, Roderick, you've now done two triathlons, full triathlons, right? You did a 70.3 distance 2 weeks before Kona. Then going into Kona with not a lot of triathlon background, training for an event, 100-meter breaststroke that takes 1:30. What was your main concerns about race day in Kona?
The main concern wasn't the swim or necessarily the run. It was just the bike. You know, we had put in so much work on the bike, and it's still so brand new to me.
Right.
I've only been really training on it for 4 months total, 5 months.
And it's a hand cycle. Kneeler. So you only got that thing, what, a month before the race?
I think it was late July or...
No, it was late August. August 29th,
right,
August 30th is when you received that.
It came extremely late. Luckily, we had Jeremy who delivered the...
you had one to train on.
I got another kneeler to train on. It was actually perfect because I had the endurance, but I didn't have the technique.
Right.
So having the actual bike to get that and build that endurance was key, for sure.
And we went out the week before the race, because I really wanted you to be cognizant of how windy it was, and it wasn't windy.
It was.
We went out the week before, and you rode it from the airport out to Hawaii and back to Kauai High, and we're probably thinking, "What's this old man worried about? The wind is no wind." Compare that day to the day you raced.
So that day, I thought I had it in the bag. I was like, "Oh, this is solid." Like, I don't know why Bob was so worried. I had my headphones in. I was playing my music. I was having a good time. Race day. Race day was not that at all. It was.
When did all of a sudden, oh my God, now I know what they're talking about? How far out were you before that real wind hit you?
After, it was like mile 40 is when I was constantly just in my face. The wind was going 25 miles, 30 miles an hour. And that was continuous. So it's different when it's just kind of on and off, but it was continuously holding for the entire time up Pavi. Coming down, that extra downhill was nice. It's a nice time to eat.
Because really, you couldn't eat.
No.
Because the wind was that bad, you were worried about getting blown over.
Right.
So you were staring at your food for an hour without being able to touch it.
I was looking at it like, I can't wait to eat you. I can't wait to eat this food.
You couldn't touch it. You couldn't. If you took your hands off the cranks,
right,
you could have crashed.
Right. And then coming up Hawaii is when I actually got my special needs bag. So I had the actual meals and food in there. So it was perfect time to actually recuperate. It was tough.
When I looked at your little seat, right, where you kept everything, there was everything in there. I mean, I'm looking at this going, this guy's like got a trunk here full with, here's some salt, here's some nutrition bars and
mix.
Oh my God! How did you know? Because you didn't have a lot of experience going long, figuring out what to eat and when to eat.
We did a lot of riding in Central Park. We did a lot of riding out on 9W to the Palisades, Nyack, and it got me prepared. I learned quick what I needed and what I didn't need. So I had to keep less weight off, but I know I needed fuel.
Right.
So I just turned my bike into a car and just like shoved stuff in there all in the trunk.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, it was nice. You think about it, your body's going so long. And you're burning so much just with my arms. Like I'm at a huge disadvantage. Everybody in the race is passing by me the entire time.
Is that hard? Because I remember Rudy used to say that he swims front pack, right?
Yeah.
And then it's everybody's going by. Little old ladies, people with prosthetic legs. Everybody's going by you in your hand cycle. And as a world-class athlete, because you're Paralympic hopeful in swimming, having people go by like that.
It's very humbling because you're like, wow, I'm at a disadvantage. But that makes the finishing even more, amazing. You're thinking, I'm burning much more just trying to do what you do. Rudy put it in the terms with me, like the pros are doing it in 8 hours. I'm out there double that. And the pros, as amazing as they are, watching them out there on the course, I was amazed. I'm still at a disadvantage. So to hear them say, you got this, and to see them fly, past me. That's pretty like, okay, we're not on the same level, but we're doing the same thing. We're going as hard.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
so
that's
pretty.
I think it's one of the values of even something like New York City Marathon. You're on the same course at the same time with the best in the world.
Yes.
You can't go to the Masters and play. You can't go to Wimbledon and play with those guys. But you're on. That's sort of what's special about our sport is you're able to be on that playing field. During the week leading into the race, you met some of the top athletes. What was your impression?
Jan was really cool. Jan was an amazing person. Cameron,
yes,
he was a great guy. It was cool. I talked to Rennie. She was amazing. Like people that you just hear about all the time.
Yes.
To meet them and be like, oh, they're actually genuine people.
They're nice people.
It's nice. It's warming.
So you finish the race, and let's go back. You get off the bike. The main thing was you finished that bike in plenty of time, cutoff time. It was, you had, I think, a half hour to spare.
Yeah.
Then you start to run, and I'm sure you're thinking, oh, I got plenty of time here. And you're clicking off 9 and 10 minute miles early on, big smile on your face, running through town, people cheering.
Yeah.
Then you get to the lava field, and then it's dark.
It gets a little slow.
Yeah.
Every mile is like a heavy, long step. You know?
Yeah.
It's just like.
Were there some doubts out there?
So I didn't doubt. I knew I told myself I wouldn't quit, but I did tell myself I needed to stop, slow down.
Slow down.
I definitely needed to walk. And it was kind of that moment to kind of gather myself and realize like you're almost there. You've already done 130 miles, 134.
Right.
You're literally right there. And I thought about everybody that was watching and knowing that they're awake at 2 a.m., 4 a.m. trying to make sure I finish.
Your whole CAF family
the family
is watching.
Worldwide. Yeah, so I was like, this is going to happen.
This isn't just me.
No.
You're representing a lot of people.
Bigger, yeah.
To me, what was cool is you started with us at CAF when you were 8. Rudy was 11 and a half. The following weekend, after you go 16 hours and 26 minutes and become the first double above knee amputee to finish the Ironman World Championship, you're at San Diego Triathlon Challenge, where it all began.
Right.
Right? When you were 8. And being there and now being this role model rather than being the little kid looking up at Rudy going, I wonder what's next in my life. You embrace that role. Mm-hmm. Is that special for you to be able to see that next generation?
You know, it's interesting you say that. I thought about that this morning. I remember strapping on my legs and just thinking, I'm going to get through the day. I'm going to get myself through the day. And as I got older, I'm just used to growing up that way because I started walking in prosthetics.
Right.
And then we got started with CAF. Rudy and I met each other, and it was instantly a click connection. And now that we're older, I feel like I have a new reason to strap on my legs every day. You know, these kids are really looking at us like, I can do that. I can be this. And it was us. It was just him and I for a long time, and Rudy and I. So to be that for them it makes you want to do more, for sure.
Yeah. So what is next for you? I mean, you come off of, let's say you're 27 years old and you did something that people have been hoping to do their entire lives, and you accomplished it your first time out. You go, like I said, 16:26, but come across that finish line. And coming across that finish line with Mom there, who has believed in you from the beginning, became homeless by choice in order to get you the legs you needed. That had to be emotional.
So, I think I told you this. My mom had no idea what the distance was for the race.
She had no idea.
She had no idea. She had no clue. And so when she gets there, she sees the conditions. She sees the videos that they show. And she just looks at me like in fear. Like, oh, yeah.
Like, you're doing what?
Yeah. She's like, oh, I'll still love you if you don't want to do it. It's
really?
Like, no, I don't want to hear that right now. Like, this is not what I need.
I'll still love you if you don't do it.
I was like, you're nervous. I understand. But we've been preparing and we're ready.
Did you feel that? Did you feel you were ready?
I definitely felt like it. Definitely, the one time I noticed it was the bike to the run. It was like you, I, Rudy, Earl, everybody was there, and we're all like figuring out what to do next. Like I started doing my stretching. Rudy kind of got me on my nutrition, and if we had any questions, we relied on YouTube. Yeah. But we had our plan. Like Rudy was my guy. That was the guy that I said I'm going to rely on him. I need to hear his voice, and for sure out on the bike, I definitely heard him the most. Out on the run, he said it's going to get dark. You're going to get lonely. But this is the closest you've been to finishing. So just kind of keep going. And, it paid off. So you also get a appreciation for things like chicken soup. When you're out there in the dark, things you never would have thought of before. So like, oh, good idea. Yeah, it's amazing. I have it a little bit more often now. I'm like, this is nice. I know you're talking Paralympic hopeful for
100-meter breaststroke for 2020. You spent a little time in that hand cycle, the kneeler. You look good in it. I know Carlos Moleda, who's 5-time Ironman World Champion, is saying, hey, you and Rudy could sort of define the next generation in kneelers and potentially go to Paralympics. Is that something that interests you?
I'm very interested. Rudy and I have talked about this, and after Kona, I think he's a little bit more willing to try it out as well.
Try kneeler.
So we already have training partners, which we've always been each other's training partners.
Right.
Since the beginning, So we will, I think we could possibly spark something new with it for sure.
What do you see? Do you see doing more triathlons? Do you see wanting to do some travel along with this? What do you see? I mean, I see you as you can be a model, you can be a spokesperson. You've got enough from finishing the Ironman. You can start doing motivational speaking just with that.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot. It's a lot. I honestly have a lot of work to do. I want to do triathlon. I want to do motivational speaking. I want to get more awareness about CAF with modeling and get more people to understand what it means to be or have a disability. I don't know. It's so much. So I'm trying to play it right now. I'm just recovering. I'm just taking time.
Do you feel like your body's recovered yet?
My body feels fine. I just physically don't feel able to do anything yet.
Tired.
Yeah.
You find yourself sleeping a lot?
Yeah.
You find yourself eating a lot? Eating and sleeping.
Sure.
That's sort of a byproduct of finishing.
It's not bad.
No. Your body needs that. It needs that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Rudy, like you said, was that guy. He was your domestique. He was your support guy in Kona. How important was he to you during that week?
Very. And I didn't realize how much until the race. It's funny. Everybody knows Rudy. Everybody knows who he is, how he is. He's the tough guy. He's always been the strong guy.
4-time Paralympian, Ironman finisher, not Kona, Arizona.
But the Ironman finisher, the first. That's still pretty cool.
And he went 20 minutes faster than you.
And he still beat my time. Like, oh my God.
But it was Arizona.
But when I was on the bike, the first thing Rudy told me before I left on the bike was, we wouldn't be here if you couldn't finish. And that's all I heard. Every time I was going up hobby, thinking this might not work. That's all I heard every time. And then on the run, same thing. It's going to get dark. You're going to get lonely. And I kind of prepared for that. Yeah. I did a lot of running in Central Park at night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, just to get ready. And it worked out. Luckily, Kona's beautiful.
Luckily what?
Luckily, Kona is gorgeous.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah. So it was kind of a
pretty magical day.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, but if somebody had told you a year ago, listen, you're training for 100-meter breaststroke and you're going to do a 16-and-a-half-hour race a year from now, you would have been like, you're...
I wouldn't have known who you were talking about.
Or talking to.
Definitely not me.
Did you surprise yourself? Like the first time at Oceanside when you ran that 1:39 half marathon, that surprised the hell out of me.
That was a shock. I remember seeing you on the course and you're just running by like, Roderick?
I didn't even know you were running. I had no idea you ran. And then seeing you and how good you looked, and with a big smile, and 139 is no joke. That's the real deal. So, did that change your perception of you?
It did. And, I talked to Rudy and Geff about this back when we were in San Diego. I remember, obviously, CAF got started for Jim McLaren. And I remember him as a kid. So I wish he was around to see him now, and I want to see his reaction.
Yeah.
Just to see if, did you think it would be me? Because I was that little chubby kid around when I was just hanging around Rudy all the time.
Yeah.
Did you think I would
so you met Jimmy.
Yeah. He was an amazing man.
Pretty special.
Yeah.
Roderick, what you did was amazing.
Thank you.
And watching your journey from 8 years old to 27 and what you're doing now with Rudy to impact all of our CAF kids, it's pretty fun because when we took photos, it didn't take a long time to gather all the kids together for photos back then. It was like, where's Rudy, where's Roderick? We got all the kids, let's get the photo. Yeah, now it's like you got to be herding cats.
It's a full day.
It's a full day. There's like 300 of them all over the place, right?
It's a lot of kids.
Oh, and that's because of you guys. The parents see that what you have accomplished, they see what Rudy have accomplished, and they go, why not my kid? Mm-hmm. And that's all.
That's awesome. That reassurance that people need. That's all it is,
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Love it. Thanks for your time, as always.
Thank you, Bob. Pleasure.
Roderick Sewell has been our guest, everybody. Hold on. We will be right back.